peeps, good day. This is Chief, the one half of the dynamic duo Stero and Chief. Let's talk. So today, I'm just gonna touch on a subject, a topic, very brief, and this is regards to Stephen Twitch Boss. Now he was a contestant. So you think you could dance? He was the runner-up. Now he's also a choreographer, dancer, singer, entertainer, and he's been in the spotlight for many years. And he's also appeared initially on the Helen DeGeneres show in 2014. He was invited onto her show, and subsequently they invited him over again, and then he became like a staple on the show. He was the DJ and resident DJ, and eventually became one of the co-executive producer. Now, in addition, he's been entertaining for many years, singing, dancing. His wife, Allison Hoker, on So You Think You Could Dance show. They have 3 wonderful, beautiful kids together. They've been married for about 9 years. Actually, they just celebrated their 9th wedding anniversary prior to his suicide. Now, Mr. Twitch Boss, he has made everyone laugh and dance, and he and his wife is always on Twitter, in addition to TikTok, dancing and performing and making the world a happy place. They have a large following. Now, he's been going through some issues which was very private, because prior to his suicide, no one in the public knew he had issues. Now, he basically rented a hotel recently and committed suicide in the hotel. He shot himself. He left his suicide note, but the suicide note, it was very vague. Nothing is specific. Basically saying that he was going through some issues, multiple issues, but didn't state. His wife had reported his disappearance. Basically said that he left his car and his cell phone at home, and she reported to the authorities that he just left. They weren't having any issues at home. This is what she reported to the authorities. Now, there has been rumors that he was having like financial issues, and he lost his life savings. But she refute that they were not having any financial issues and not having any issues at home. Now, there is cases where, so for instance, like Robin Williams, he was one of the top comedians for many years. Told a lot of jokes and always smiling and always happy, and made the world smile and laugh from all his various movies and his stand-up comedy over the years and so forth. But deep down inside, he was having mental issues and suffering with depression and so forth. So in other words, he made the world smile and laugh while he was not smiling and laughing internally. And I think he always had that smile on his face. He projected outwards, but inwards, he was going through issues and having his own demons inside. Also, Andrew Bourdain, actually a couple years ago, he committed suicide. He was going through some issues. A lot of people, his fiance was shocked, apparently, that he would have committed suicide. He wrote that he was going through his own dark times and so forth, being separated from his families and friends because of him touring and traveling the world by himself. Plus, other issues that he had, personal issues, but no one saw it coming in terms of him committing suicide. Now, spring forward to Twitch Boss, from what his friends and family are saying, that they never knew, they never saw it coming, and that's what happened a lot of times when people is having suicide ideation or suicidal thoughts. A lot of people just don't know until it occurred. And like, wait a minute here, what could I have done um, to assist or to prevent this? Could I have done more? And also, the loved ones feel guilty as well. They also have to suffer, because to some people, like, suicide is very shameful, and the family members suffer as well, because it's like a guilt trip to say, could I have stepped in and speak to my loved one to prevent this? Would I have made a difference if I did step in? And it's just so sad, because he left his kids behind, and a beautiful wife, and he was going through all these inner demons, and I don't know if he had reached out for help. There was no indication from his wife or his family that he had reached out for help. In all actuality, he's very close with his grandfather. His grandfather said he speaks to him, quite often, and there was no indication that he was depressed, or even any mention of him going through any depression or any issues in which he would have killed himself. And it's just so sad, because we've seen this play out for many, many, many years when it comes to individuals just like taking their life like that, because of the inner suffering, the mental anguish that people are going through mentally. And I just said, hopefully a lot of people have learned a lesson from this, that sometimes you got to reach out to your loved ones and speak to them. And, even if you just say, hey, hello, how you doing? Is there anything I could, help you with? You want to talk? You want to speak? Me personally, I have not had any loved ones that have died from suicide, but I have known people that family member, killed himself, or, and I've learned a lot of things from them just by speaking with them. And I just think that we just have to make sure we look after our self-care, because self-care is the best care. And if you have any thoughts or any issue of self-harm, I think you should definitely, I know you should definitely reach out to someone professionally to assist, whether it is a counselor or a minister or a family member, to sit down and speak. Because sometimes when you speak, little things that you're harboring inside, you're able to try to get whatever you have inside out and speak about it and find solution. Because in general, there's a solution to almost everything in life. And to take your life, it's not, a life is very valuable. When the life is taken away, the children suffer, the families suffer, and also the children suffer financially. With his situation, I'm not, quite sure that possibly he has set aside certain things for his children, and they will benefit from, what he has done in the past, right? From in terms of generational wealth. But it's a very, very touchy and touching topic, suicide. I just think that everyone that's going through their issues right now, families should reach out to them and speak with them and get the help that they need. Contact your local suicide hotline if you have any thoughts of suicide, for help and assistance. And it's just so sad this young life was snuffed out based on his perceived issues that he was having, that he could have gotten help from. Because there is professional help out there. Know that, please, that there is help out there for anyone that is going through any suicidal thoughts. There is help, and it's just so sad. It's just sad to see him go because, he was celebrated, he was loved, he made us laugh and smile and cry and everything in such manner. And it's just sad to see as a young, vibrant life, it's just snuffed out and taken away from us because of suicide. So, I just wanted to say this, that everyone out there, you're loved. And if you need help, please seek help. Like and subscribe to our podcast, to our social media platforms. And there's more to come. I will give an update. We'll keep in touch, man. Love you. Peace. socialmobi.com